Hello, hello, everyone. I want to look into the case of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. I was going to do this the other day and I couldn't remember what case it was that I was about to do. And then when I went in my StreamYard, I had started the stream for it and never finished it. So I'm wondering if there's something important timing wise, like that's about to happen that would have been too soon to read before. So just keep that in mind as we go into this. This is two children 6 and 4 years old who are missing from Nova Scotia. As always, this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Okay, so these are two young siblings who vanished without a trace from their rural home in Nova Scotia. Now, they are said to have just disappeared while the mother and stepfather were asleep. Um, they have a 16-month-old sibling who is not missing. Upon waking, parents discovered Lily and Jack were missing and contacted authorities immediately. They searched over 120 or 160 trained searchers, drones, helicopters, and police dogs with 5.5 square kilometers of dense wooded terrain and have found nothing but a footprint that was near the house. Um, Over 180 tips and 35 interviews, including family members and community residents, and nobody is saying that they know anything helpful. So the children's mother left the area shortly after their disappearance, reportedly to stay with family elsewhere. There's been no signs of forced entry or abduction. However, items such as clothing and a water bottle not belonging to the children were discovered near the search area. As of May 13th, the search has scaled back operations but continues the investigation with major crime and forensic units. Okay. So this they went or reported missing on the 2nd. So let's start there. What energies were present in the household in the morning of May 2nd, 2025? In the morning of May 2nd, 2025. One second, I'm looking for something real quick. Yeah, they were reported missing on the 2nd at 10 a.m. So we're looking prior to that 10 a.m. Phone call. We have 3 of Wands in reverse, Strength in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse is an unhappy home. Strength in reverse here is like overpowered, and 3 of Wands in reverse is not waiting. It's quick movement coming out of nowhere. Quick movement coming out of nowhere that is overpowering in terms of an unhappy family unit. Why? Death in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups. A resistance to change regarding a decision needing to be made by the mother. This gives he did not like how the mother was disciplining, punishing, correcting, interacting with the children. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. A lack of balance here as it comes to like give and take, right? So when I think decision needing to be made by the mother that she's resisting changing, 6 of Pentacles in reverse is like he felt like she was being too easy on the children, is how this reads. He felt like she was being too easy on the children, the moon. What energies were present in the household on the morning of May 2nd, 2025? He, as in the stepfather, felt like the mother was being too easy or not the word structured is coming through, not structured enough. It's almost like we had a plan and you're not sticking to it energy, right? Um, a resistance to change. So like this is something we talked about and you're not doing it right. So the energies in the house the morning of May 2nd are that of him, the stepfather, being frustrated with the mother for not disciplining enough. Five of Wands in reverse and Three of Pentacles. That's literally what I just said. Five of Wands in reverse, upright, a battle. This is the after tarot, so it shows the scene after. So, like, you're not even trying, like, upright or reversed. I wanted you to fight. I wanted you to battle. I wanted you to get angry and hot-headed. And upright or reversed, you're not doing that. We talked about this, Three of Pentacles. So then show me the stepfather's energy towards the children because of how he felt to the mother, who is the bio mother of the children. What was his energy towards her? King of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands. I'm going to dismantle your confidence. I'm going to manipulate away. It's interesting because Queen of Wands to me is like and everyone might not read this card the same, but it's like the least motherly out of all the cards because Queen of Pentacles, you have like the home mom taking care of the house. Queen of Swords, it's like I'm really trying to make these kids smart, right? Queen of Cups, obviously emotional mother. So not that Queen of Wands can't be a mother, but out of all the four of them, that would be the one that I would pick least, right? Um and King of Swords in reverse. This is like I'm going to make being a mother very stressful for you as a means to control your confidence in your decision making so that I'm the one making all the decisions so that I can manipulate what I want to happen. That's what that reads like to me. Give me one card to confirm. King of Wands and Seven of Swords. There's the counterpart and sabotage. Betrayal. Taking away the confidence so that he can be in charge. And look, he's on top. Like, it's like, okay, I'm going to just block you out completely. All right. Were Lilly and Jack's departures voluntary or were any external forces involved? Let's go to the first part of that question first. Was Lilly and Jack's departure voluntary? Did they do it on their own fruition? Absolutely not. Ace of Cups, the world, and King of Cups all in reverse. Fear. This just won't end. We keep going in circles here of what? Fear. Fear. To me, like this is, you know, the opposite of love is not hate because there's still emotion there. The opposite of love to me is fear. It's like I'm in a state of being as disconnected from love as I possibly can. I'm fearing something, right? We have it on either side. External, internal is how that reads because this is like self-love to me, right? So external and internal fear that just won't end. External and internal fear that just won't end. Strength. Ace of Wands. Oh. Internal and external fear ever since who came into the picture? The stepfather. There he is, Emperor in reverse. So it's almost like the message is like the mom wasn't necessarily always the degree of, uh, Queen of Cups in reverse that she is right now. If you get what I'm saying? 10 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. He took away his entry into the home took away any potential stability is how that reads to me. The Emperor in reverse, King of Wands. He wants all the control. It just feels toxic. The King of Wands in reverse. There he is again. All right, we get it. All right, so then let's get into this then. What roles do the mother and stepfather play in this situation? Going into mother first. Page of Pentacles in reverse. What roles do the mother and stepfather play in this situation? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Cups is the children. There's literally two children on the card running towards the person that's standing in front of the house. And this is a painful ending. This is two people carrying out a body. One person offering something to another is in reverse. For the mother, I didn't cause it, but I did help clean it up. Death. And Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I didn't cause it, but I did help clean it up. All right. Two of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Plans falling apart. And my sticky note just fell off and fell to the floor. And the sticky note said, "You'll do great today" on it. So it fell on the floor. Plans falling apart. It's like something goes wrong and we have a plan A, and in the midst of enacting plan A, something goes horribly wrong and we have to enact plan B. Is that a punishment gone too far? Or was that B, we're trying to clean up from something going too far and that goes wrong and then we have to go to plan B? Punishment too far? Three of Swords. We're cleaning up something and it goes wrong and then we have to go to plan B. The World in reverse. No, not that. Punishment gone wrong. A punishment gone too far. The Hierophant. Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Because in my head this whole time I'm thinking, well, did something happen with one of them? Then the other one had to go too. But we have Hierophant and Two of Pentacles, which kind of answers that for me. It's like something went too far with both of them simultaneously. Intentional versus unintentional from the stepfather. Intentional, unintentional. Intentional. Five of Cups in reverse, unintentional. Magician in reverse, unintentional. 'Cause 5 of cups in reverse would be like, I wasn't trying to cause that much grief. And unintentional magician in reverse, overuse of my tools, and also magician in reverse, disappear. Or something that can't be hidden. What role does the stepfather play in this situation in terms of the children's disappearance? What role does the stepfather play? 3 of cups, the moon, and 8 of pentacles all in reverse. Breaking the trust of a team. Shadows coming to light. I'm not who I say I am. See how the light is hitting this 8 of pentacles and, like, you can see these pentacles up here, but you can't see the workbench that he's, like, working on it all on? It's almost like whatever happened, he surprised even her, the mother. Like, something snapped is kinda how I wanna word that. Something snapped. 7 of pentacles in reverse, judgment in reverse. Lack of finality, a plan not working. Lack of finality, a plan not working. It's kinda giving he took something too far to try to prove a point to her. Like, "Okay, if you're not gonna handle this in the way that I wanted you to handle this, watch this. This is what's gonna happen if you don't start to do things my way." And then something's taken too far, and it ends up just like that 10 of swords where they're carrying out the children. That's 9 of swords, 3 of pentacles, 7 of wands. There's the fight we talked about earlier that didn't exist in the other card. The fight's not supposed to be on this card, but it is because it's the after tarot, so the scenes are switched up. And look, the light's, like, blocking how you can see the numbers up here. See this VII? But the light's blocking it, so it's like you can't see that this is the wrong card. It's almost like there was this switch that flipped. Switch that flipped? Yeah. And the monster is no longer under the bed. 3 of pentacles. One person's a stat or one figure is a statue and the other's like an actual person on this card. It's almost like he wanted to prove a point to her in the way in which I just said, allegedly, and she was just frozen. And it's something got taken too far too quick is how this reads. Yeah, 10 of cups in reverse, the same card from the beginning, an unhappy family dynamic, an unhappy home. Almost one because I'm trying to reconcile how both of them obviously, there's a lot of ways for that to happen. I'm not saying it would be crazy for them both to have something happen to them at the same time, but I'm almost wondering if it was something given to them. There's something different about it. I'm gonna use the other deck in a minute, but there's something different about what happened. I don't know what that means yet, though. Um Is there any indication of withheld information or deception within the family unit? Withheld information or deception within the family unit. Yeah. not coming forward with what I have to say about the monster that I saw. Because if I'm the mother, I'm thinking it's too late now. I'm going to get in trouble too. Justice in reverse, temperance in reverse. Both imbalanced energies. If he goes down, I go down too. Trying to think of how I want to word what I'm thinking. Hold on. Um, what was the moment when the mother made the decision that she's not able to come forward with any information? Queen of Cups in reverse. Literally what I called her. I said her being a Queen of Cups in reverse. So she was never going to come forward with information because she helped carry the bodies out. This reading's making me nauseous. The Tower in reverse. Why can't I come forward with information? I was never going to. I never could because I helped in some way that if he goes down, so do I. And I need to avoid that Tower in reverse. Hold on, I'm trying to formulate another question in my brain. How how secure is he in feeling, and this doesn't mean that she will or she won't, but how secure is he in terms of feeling like she's not gonna say anything, she's not gonna flip, she's not gonna come forward? How secure is he in those thoughts? It's always coming out as the Emperor. It's giving narcissist. Emperor, King of Wands reversed. Emperor reversed, King of Wands upright. Four of Cups in reverse, Page of Pentacles. Now it's upright. How secure is he in her not coming forward? I feel like Emperor, he's at least pretty confident because Four of Cups in reverse, she already turned down a deal to turn him in. Page of Pentacles, she was already offered something to turn him in and she didn't take it. So now in his mind, he's like, aha, gotcha. Because what are you going to do? Turn around and be like, never mind, I know something. Your deal's not going to be the same. So I feel like maybe not at first. At first, he may have been nervous, but I feel like she turned down some kind of deal that he's like, okay, I can rest a little easier because if she was going to flip, she would have done it then with what they offered her. Two of Wands in reverse. Taking different paths. And they're both looking at the world. They were both offered something to flip on one another and they didn't. Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not trying to juggle this and that. Two of Pentacles and Two of Wands in reverse. They were both offered very different things. I'm almost wondering if they well, let me just him, her. I'm almost wondering if they worded this like for him, okay, we'll make you some kind of deal. If you turn on her, you won't go down for this and that. And for her, it's like, okay, if you turn on him, we're not gonna mess with the other baby that you have that's, like, your relationship being jeopardized if this goes wrong. It's like for him, they offer freedom, for her, they offer motherhood, and both of them know something, and we're not turning on one another. Him, Chariot in reverse, 2 opposing forces working together. I'm still working with her, and the Wheel of Fortune. We offered you protection to keep going as a mother, and you didn't wanna turn on him. So from the police and investigators then, it's like, "Okay, we offered you exactly what you should have taken if you knew something and you didn't." Is that because, A, the police officers and investigators do know something and we're offering that as, like, a way to obviously help their case, but to try and get one to tell the truth about the other because this falls a lot more on one of them than the other, even though they both made bad decisions, or they don't know anything and they needed them to say something to hook it in. So they do know something is this card. 4 Pentacles in reverse, a release. They don't know anything. 2 of Cups in reverse. They do know something, 4 Pentacles in reverse. A release of something. They don't know something, 2 of Cups in reverse. Would it be fair to say that they do know something, but basically at this point, they need one of them to turn on the other, or they need a body? Ace of Cups in reverse. Taking back a love offer. They need them to turn on one another, or they need the body. Bodies. What is the likelihood at this very moment of either of them turning on another? It fell on the screen, so I'm gonna use it. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords reversed, King of Wands reversed, 9 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Swords. No, they're gonna keep lying for each other. Lie, dishonesty, concealing the truth, codependency. He's really in charge of this codependent. He's not gonna turn on her because it's him that would get in more trouble, and she's not gonna turn on him because she's still under his control. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords in reverse is very interesting here. Queen of Swords. Did she confide in someone that is not law enforcement? Like, did she open up and tell someone the truth of what happened here? Like, is there a third person that knows exactly what happened besides just her and the stepfather? The moon in reverse, revealing something. She told someone else. I feel like she's struggling with a guilty conscience is how this feels, and I feel like it has a lot to do with the baby that's still there. Almost like, okay, let's say we do get away with this and everything is fine. What's gonna happen to the next baby if that's what just happened to my other kids with this man? Hierophant in reverse, so I gotta get out of here. A breaking of commitment. Like, if things stay the same with us, that same scenario could likely repeat if we end up not getting in trouble for this. Allegedly. Um What can be discerned about the area around sorry, that was probably loud. What can be discerned about the area around the family's home? The Hermit, 2 of Cups reversed, Page of Cups reversed. One disconnected one disconnected adult. I wanna say there's some kind of clue or evidence by water. It's almost like something's out of place. It's not what you're looking for, it's what's missing. I don't know what that means. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Cups. Taken away from the group of the family unit, so the children, Jack and Lily, taken away from the family home, but still together. I feel like they are together. 7 of Cups is giving buried, not water. By water, but buried. Something's out of place, something's missing. Like, I guess in order to do the burial, something had to be moved, but it's like something wasn't put back the same. I guess that could translate to initially in ground, but somehow got into the water. I don't think it's that, though. I feel like they're together. Piecing it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiple agencies working on a high profile case. Piecing it together. I feel like what this is saying, remember I referenced the timing earlier? I feel like what this is saying is they're very close to something. Like they're what's today's date even? It's May 14th right now. It's 9:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I feel like the police are very close to something. Like within the next couple days, they're gonna have something on the hook here. And I feel like it has to do with a clue they found in the surrounding area or even in the home. Something missing. What can I know about this? Angels, ancestors, freedom in reverse, final ending in reverse, follow the money. A release that leads to a solution and gives some kind of trail to follow because of a clue. It's almost like police are about to notice this would be, for example, like we notice dirt from this specific area on the boot, and then we go to that specific area and we find a trail that leads to something else, and then we follow that trail to clues. This kind of gives that. I don't know how else to put it. Um, we find something that leads us to a specific area because it's not supposed to be where we find it. I do kind of believe this to either be in the home or the vehicle. Maybe it's a ping on the phone or something like that, but it feels more like it would be parental figure revenge in reverse. Almost like somebody tries to say something helpful and it low vibrational, solved. Somebody tries to say something helpful and it gives a clue, like "Oh, yeah, there's nothing in my closet. You can check this and that. Go ahead." And then we go in there, we notice this strange dirt on the shoe, and we're like, "Oh, this is like a specific area that has this dirt." So we go there, and then it leads to a trail of clues. This feels like that. What can be discerned about the area surrounding the family's home? I feel like police are currently following a lead in that arena of what I just described. We have something, it leads us to a specific spot, things are starting to unravel. I feel like things will be unraveling more within the next week. The Sun in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse, but it's not gonna lead anywhere yet because they need either them to turn on them or to have proof. So not solved within the next week, but a major step forward, even if we don't see it, something the police are working on behind the scenes. The fragments form a sinister picture is what it says on that card. All right. Are there specific locations that hold significance in this case? Are there specific locations that hold significance? Six of Wands in reverse, private. Eight of Swords in reverse, a release. Five of Pentacles in reverse, I'm no longer locked out in the cold. Yeah, the house. What locations hold significance? What happened behind closed doors that made them leave the place where they were supposed to feel safe and didn't? Where they were supposed to feel safe and didn't. The Empress, and all reading, I've been referencing the way in which the light is hitting the cards. You can't see the hand on the Ace of Pentacles, and the pentacle is dropping on the floor instead of being in the hand. The place they were supposed to feel safe but didn't because she wasn't protecting them. They couldn't see her hand, and the offer of protection was on the floor. I'll tell you how this reads to me. Any specific locations that hold significance in this case? The home, because it feels like something happened in the home that crossed the line that he did, but she did not step in to protect the children. Page of Cups in reverse, the children not being protected. Seven of Cups. Does she have any like substance? This keeps reading to me like there's. Does the mom? One second. There is no publicly confirmed information regarding substance abuse issues involving the mom. All right. I mean, Seven of Cups could also be disassociation, like I'm just disassociated from this, but the degree in which I feel that is strong. Like it's almost like High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. It's almost like it feels to me, allegedly my opinion, the energy feels to me like a level of disassociation where I could look at something happening and not even realize what's happening until after. like, because I'm that far disassociated where I'm like, "Okay, I'm aware, but, like, let me just shut off my consciousness and black it out because there's nothing I can do or there's nothing I'm going to do or willing to do, and then I'll just turn it back on after it's done, and I'm gonna figure out what to do next." It feels like a severe level of disassociation. There's the high I just said high priestess on the bottom of the deck, and it came back. Yeah, I don't that's Knight of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck because of lack of self-love, allegedly. Alright. I'm thinking how I wanna word that a little differently. 2 rows of 3 from Lilly. Tell us the story from your perspective. Two rows of 3 from Lilly. Tell us the story from your perspective. Mm. Organized crime in reverse came out. Makes me feel like this first row is gonna be referencing one person, not both. Let's flip that over to fraud, cybercrime. Feels like the message from Lilly here is the top row is gonna be referencing one person's actions as opposed to both. One second. There we go. And the bottom, fraud, cybercrime, is how the other opposite person helped to conceal or cover up the actions of one person that's represented by the first row. 10 of Swords. Sorry, this is like a hot mess. Okay. Page of Cups in reverse, a painful final ending for the children from one person. The Tower in reverse. And again, you can't see the top of the tower here. You can only see the part where it's broken off at the bottom. Like the bottom foundation of the tower that's messed up is still on the ground. It's this top part that broke off that you can't see. So it feels like him snapping. And again, the tower in reverse reads to me like a punishment taken too far, and now I need to take it even further because I can't let what was already too far be known. And then because of that level of disassociation from the other person, the mother, it's like in between it being taken too far the first time and it being taken ultimately too far, I'm too disassociated to even do anything. That's how it feels to me, allegedly. Fraud, cybercrime. So this is referencing it being covered up or cleaned up or whatever term you want to use. The moon, hidden, it being hidden. I said right by water. And I said they're together by the edge of water. This is it, covered up, hidden. Chariot in reverse. She can't flip on him if she doesn't know where they are. What are you gonna do? Say you know that they're not alive, but you don't know where they are and you don't have any proof that he did it, and now Now what, you did it because you're saying that they're not here anymore, but you can't give us a location of them? Oh, you don't know it? Oh, he did it? Oh, did he really? Are you just saying that because you did it? It's giving that. Like, I load them in the car and then he takes it from there. I don't know anything, so I can't flip on him. Eight of Wands in reverse, a lack of communication. Don't ask, don't tell. You don't know anything, you can't flip on me. Nine of Cups in reverse. It's not what I wanted. I feel like what that is saying is he snapped. It wasn't her wanting to get rid of the children. And this is not an excuse, but I do feel like there was a level of disassociation. Not that she shouldn't have acted or done anything if this is actually the case. However, that's just what I'm reading. That's what I'm seeing, right? So it feels like she's kind of in a position where how could she? Obviously, she could. And I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm saying she should. However, in her mind, I'm going to flip on him and say, what? I don't even know where they are. So they're just gonna pin it on me, and he probably is in her ear convincing her, "Okay, go ahead, flip on me." What are you gonna tell him? What are you gonna tell him? Because I'm just gonna tell him that it was you, and you don't know where the bodies are. So trying to think of which way I wanna word this. This person's like a giant. A Page of Pentacles is like a person who's not it's not a king, it's not an emperor, it's a page, but he's so big in comparison to this little person, right? And he's offering this person something. Here, I'm reaching down and giving this to you, right? What is the narrative that he is saying to her to keep her from coming forward with information, even though I do feel like she's having a guilty conscience? What's playing in her mind that this big giant said to her that she feels like he would know better or know more or has I'm offering you this information, take it type of thing. Eight of Cups and the Hierophant. Walking away from something unfulfilled. Look, she's the one looking at the cup here. Like, "Oh, no, now I'm looking at what I poured," right? While he's walking away in the background. Hierophant's like, "Okay, go ahead, give them information. You're gonna be the one paying the consequences as I walk away," because that's what the court's gonna decide. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I can't see my other screen. What steps should be taken to uncover the truth behind the children's disappearance? What steps should be taken to uncover the truth behind the children's disappearance? Ten of Wands in reverse, the Chariot, the Star. And Ten of Wands, typically the person's carrying a bundle of wands, right? But in this case, since it's the after tarot, it's the scene after. They're defeated. They're sitting down. They're done, right? But it's also still a dropping off of a burden. Chariot would be the vehicle to do so, and the Star is once again something that's pointing on the actual screen. Once again, is something that is right by the edge of water, and it's being poured into the ground right by the edge of water. I feel like that's the location. It's right by the edge of some kind of body of water. Something on the ground is disturbed in some way. King of Cups in reverse, the manipulative. I don't even want to call him that. The figure, the father figure. I'm not. Anyway, edge of surrounding bodies of water or nearby bodies of water. I feel like there's a reason. I'm wondering if maybe there was intention to go back and move them. I don't feel like that's happened if that was the case, though. Because look, again, how the light's hitting the cards, you can't see all the stars, right? It's too bright. It's almost like there hasn't been a die down in heat or attention enough yet to be able to make any of those kind of moves. Which steps should be taken to uncover the truth behind the children's disappearance? The vehicle, I feel like, holds some clues, or a vehicle, or a means of travel, or a route of travel, or a connective travel path between the home and a body of water. What can we know about the location of the children, like in regard to that potential body of water or the scenery, or I don't know, anything that could help? Disposing of evidence in reverse. So it's not too late to get evidence. Meeting and disposing of evidence in reverse. It's a place that can be gone back to. Like, and what I mean by that is, if you put someone in a body of water, they're not gonna be there when you go back, they're gonna be somewhere else because the water's gonna move them. This is like they're still where I left them, there's still clues available, it's not completely disposed of evidence. Um, family and strategy. What's the family strategy? Breakup, divorce, separation in reverse, so we just need to stick together. Revenge in reverse, we need to stick together and not go against one another and get mad at one another for what happened. Woods concealed in reverse. If we stay together and don't go against one another, we're in control of what they find out. Hotel, motel, giving a key. Use tarot, actually. Oh, I split the deck to the King of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords. I'm shocked. Breakup, divorce, separation in reverse, revenge in reverse, woods concealed on its side as the bridge between hotel, motel, a key. What is the family's strategy? If we just stay together and don't go against one another and don't tell them anything, they'll never be able to figure it out. They'll only be able to figure it out if we give them the information. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, not not sprouting. Like whatever leads they have won't go anywhere. They won't bear fruit. Seven of Wands will be protected so long as we just stick together and don't turn on one another. That's the family strategy. Allegedly. Even though there's still evidence to be found. But I honestly feel like they're on to something. Like, I'm almost wondering if it's a situation where the police are like, "Okay, I feel like they're gonna go back and try and do something to the scene, so if we just hold out long enough and make them feel comfortable enough, they'll lead us there, and then we'll have even more than what we already have." Hopefully. Um Okay, I'm gonna do one last piece here. I'm gonna do 2 rows of 4 and a missing variable clarifier. So the first row will be tarot, the second row will be whispers, and then 1 missing variable clarifier. And the intention here is to either confirm what we've talked about so far, or, like, explain it, like, King of Wands on the bottom, like, explain it, King of Wands and Justice, or explain it in a different way or something in that sense. Let's see. Ten of Pentacles. So we're looking at something with the family. There was 10 of Pentacles again. Did you see that? Inside info about the family, perhaps? One second. Sorry, I don't want to pause it because then people say that I'm doing weird stuff with the cards. Okay. Coming out in reverse. All right. Should I do the missing variables first or last? Even number first, odd number last. Even number first. That's odd. So last. Number 7. We're going to leave it right there. Okay. King of Swords in reverse again. Danger in reverse. He feels like he can accurately manipulate himself out of this situation, and there's no fear of being caught. The Sun in reverse. He feels like he's fine and he can manipulate his way out of the situation, and there's no fear of being caught, because what is not being seen yet is legal proceedings in reverse. Charges. If they were going to charge me, they would have done it by now. 7 of Cups in reverse. So he is trying to get clarity on. No. So right now, the investigators are needing to get clarity on blank. Government. What is in our right now? The investigators are trying to get clarity on government. This would be like search warrant. This would be like, what am I legally allowed to do here or look into here? Or how can I connect the dots on the next level without jeopardizing the case? And it's interesting because the 7 of Cups, the light's hitting it, so you can't see the person at the bottom, and the person at the bottom has a snake belt. They're wearing a snake as a belt. Government with that card in reverse, and you can't like, the spotlight is on that person so much so that you can't even see the person, right? I'm talking about, like, my spotlight, right? This is like the investigators trying to make this person feel extra safe so that they can get them, like, caught literally in the act of something or, like, wrapped up in something more so. This is like, we're giving you space to feel comfortable so that you can stab yourself in your own foot, because we know what you did, but we need another piece to prove it. Okay, let's go with that. We know what you did, but we need another piece to prove it. King of Cups in reverse. Him. Oh, this is making me so mad. King of Cups in reverse. Again, look at the two cards that have the spotlight on them. You can't see that person. He thinks he's in the clear. He thinks he's keeping, again, look at the bottom of this card, edge of the water. He thinks he's keeping it unknown what happened. So they need clarity. They're keeping the spotlight on him so much so that he thinks he's safe. Because if they would have known this, they would have just came and got me by now. I think I'm going to do this and then this. So number 7 with the missing variables, it came out in reverse. Of course, it's a joker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scandals that ultimately restore balance or truth. In reverse, and joker. In the silence of secrets, truth finds its voice. Justice, though delayed, is inevitable. They needed her to lie about something specific. Because when they find some kind of evidence or proof, they need to be able to say, "Look, we have you lying about this, so if you really wanna go down for protecting this man, go for it, but because we have you lying about this, and now we have this evidence or proof, here's your rock and hard place, what do you wanna do?" Life insurance. Here's you need to tell us what you know now because you lied about this, and now we have this information. That's what I'm getting. I feel like they're close to something, but not close as in this week. I think I need to stop this reading. I'm getting kind of riled up. Okay. Please remember that this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. I pray I'm wrong and they find these children safe. I don't feel like that's going to be the case. It's interesting because of what I just said, right? And we've been referencing the whole reading how this is the after tarot, so it's the scene after, it's not the scene you typically see. Typically, this scene with the 4 pentacles is showing someone who's sitting in the middle, they're holding these pentacles under their feet, in their hands. Usually there's one under their feet, right? In this case, there's not. They're all in the hands, right? And it's 3 of them, and then the one on the head, which makes me think the mom and the 2 children, and then the new baby up here. And this to me is like the Grim Reaper death, right? Seeing that happening. Seeing a scene where typically these individuals should have all been protected, but now there's this Grim Reaper wreaking havoc. I don't feel like these children are gonna be found safe and alive. I really don't. Um, and this is not to make any excuses for anyone, but I really feel like that stepfather wreaked havoc on the mother. Um, and obviously we all make choices. I'm not giving any excuses, but I'm just saying what I feel. I feel like there's a lot of like codependent toxic trauma bond type energy, but like it's yeah, chariot in reverse. It's like I can't get out. It's like I know it's happening and I can't get out type of thing. Which again is in no way an excuse for any behavior, but I'm just telling you what I see. Anyway, I think I need to be done with this reading now. I'm getting angry. Thank you for watching. Um, please remember this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Again, I pray that I'm wrong and they're found safe. Hopefully something in here may help. You never know. Thank you all for watching.